You don't look the sort who can afford to turn down legitimate work.
No gods or kings, only man. These are the words that greet you in the original BioShock, just before you descend into the bathysphere and enter the hellish dystopia of Rapture. The fallen underwater society became one of the most celebrated video game settings in recent memory. Who could forget their horrifying first encounter with a splicer, or getting spooked by Dr. Steinman? In so many ways, Rapture is a nightmare we can't get enough of. It makes perfect sense that Burial at Sea, the first of a two-part story-driven DLC for BioShock Infinite, returns to the place that made BioShock such a big name in the first place. In previous Rapture outings, only vague hints are offered about what the city was like during its prime. With Burial at Sea, you're thrust into a Rapture that exists before the Civil War, fully exemplifying Andrew Ryan's vision. It's so close to perfect, it shines.
Look around, please.
Walking through the untouched Rapture, it's hard not to think about the similar opening hours of BioShock Infinite, exploring the seemingly picturesque Columbia. Here you can venture into places like Rapture Records, where the gleaming white tile looks so clean you could practically eat off it. On the streets, Rapture denizens gossip and gander, filling in the holes of a thriving but troubled paradise. As in Columbia, these stories are intriguing and succinct, such as an argument between a religious man and a pimp debating the values of sexual freedom.
Sexual intimacy is no different than any other commodity, friend. You sell soybeans, I sell companionship.
Complementing the glimmering sanctuary is a new look and attitude for Elizabeth. In Infinite, Elizabeth was eminently likable but also naive. In Burial at Sea, she simmers with a noir-inspired cool. Instead of optimism and charm, Elizabeth in Burial at Sea is a concoction of cold and mysterious. It's a seductive shade of the character that will keep you guessing.
Well, you gotta name this?
Elizabeth.
Style isn't the only thing that's changed in Burial at Sea. The DLC plays like a mix between the original BioShock and Infinite. Whereas Infinite is action-packed, Burial at Sea emphasizes stealth and preparation. Ammo isn't quite as abundant as it was in Infinite, requiring you to rely on plasmids even more than before. Because you often see enemies before they see you, setting up plasmid traps is a fun and effective way to approach a situation. The radar range, a new microwave weapon that turns enemies into human bombs, and Old Man Winter, an icy plasmid similar to Winter Blast from BioShock 1 and 2, further differentiate combat from Infinite. Skylines also return to enable aerial assaults or speedy escapes. Burial at Sea is more than a reinterpretation of the original BioShock, allowing players to see a different side of Booker and Elizabeth through the fascinating lens of an unspoiled Rapture. How much is revealed and how many surprises await can only be answered when Burial at Sea releases later this year, where we can once again experience the misery that only man can deliver.
Look.
Fontaine's. Ryan sent the whole thing to the bottom.
But it's a prison now. Why would Cohen have sent Sally there?
I don't know.